Morning. Good's questionable. Definitely morning. But it's going to get a little bit better because I'm going to talk a little bit about Disney. And however bad the morning is, Disney makes it better. Now then, what we want to talk about is... Sorry, I've got a pedestrian trying to cross the street in front of me here. What I want to talk about is a couple of things that I've talked about before, but I've not really focused in on the way I think they deserve. So I want to talk about Magic Bands and the My Disney Experience app. Now, a lot of people... Goodness, traffic's bad this morning. A lot of people consider these two to be extras, add-ons, something that you can do if you decide to. I've got to disagree with that, people. To me, these are not extras. To me, these are absolutely essential to the Disney World experience. I don't think I'm ever going to get out of this driveway. It's just a never-ending stream. Oh, wait, no, there we go. I might finally have a way out. Yes, I'm on the road. We can now actually be driving while we talk. Sorry. So, yeah, to me, Magic Bands and the My Disney Experience app are absolutely crucial to enjoying Disney World the way it's intended. Now, for those of you who don't know, Magic Bands are these little things. There you go, Magic Band. They are basically worn like a watch. They are a bracelet or a watch or whatever you want to call them. Well, they're not really a watch. They don't have a time on them. But they're worn like a watch would be on your wrist. And they are used for nearly everything, especially if you're staying on site. Now, if you're staying off site, not all of this applies. Sorry, that's what you get for staying off site, I guess. I mean, personally, I don't stay off site. If we're going to Disney, we're going to Disney. And we're not planning on doing Orlando or any of the other stuff. We're there for Disney. So why not immerse ourselves in it? And why not stay on site and get the Disney experience full on as it's meant to be? So, I will try to remember to comment out where certain things don't apply, but I'm not speaking from experience there. So if I say something works and it doesn't work because you're off site, I'm sorry. So what does the Magic Band do? Well, first of all, probably the first experience that you're going to have with your Magic Band, you arrive on site, you arrive at your hotel, you check in, and they give you your Magic Band. If you're staying on site, it's included. You get it free. You get to pick one of, I think, 5 or 6 basic colors. Red, blue, purple, yellow. I'm not sure what the actual colors are. My wife picked pink. I got blue. Nice and easy. And then your first experience with them is that when you get to your room, you don't have a room card or a room key or anything like that. You simply take your Magic Band, and it's got a little Mickey on it. You can probably see right there in the middle, little Mickey, where the face of a watch would be. And you take that, and you touch it to a Mickey Mouse symbol on the door. The symbol turns green, and the door unlocks. Your Magic Band is your room key if you're staying on site. Now, seems simple enough. Okay, you're touching a thing to a thing instead of putting a card in. But you would be surprised how much easier that actually makes things. If you are holding something, if you're carrying something, especially if you're carrying a drink or something like that from downstairs, being able to have that in your hand while you touch your wrist to the door actually is really beneficial. So, yeah, score 1 for the magic bands there. Great. If that was all they did, though, I wouldn't be focusing on them the way I am. So what's the next thing? Well, when you checked into the hotel, you probably registered a card, whether it's a debit card, a credit card, some form of payment mechanism. Now, in most hotels, if you go into the hotel restaurant or things like that, you can charge things to your room. There's usually some method of giving them your room key or your room number or whatever, and charging it to your room. Disney is no exception to this. The only difference is that in this case, your hotel that you can charge things to your room is all of Disneyworld. You could walk into the hotel shop or the hotel restaurant and you want to buy a meal. You touch your magic band to the sensor and it's just like making a contactless payment. It registers your band, it charges it to the room. Done. Now, this isn't just at the hotel, though. You walk into the Magic Kingdom, and you walk into a gift shop, and you want to make a purchase. Scan your magic band. And beyond that even, you want to go to Disney Springs and start buying things. Swipe your magic band. Now, you do have to sign for it as well if it's over a certain amount, and there are some other security checks in place. It's not just swipe and done every time. As convenient as that would be, it just wouldn't be secure. Especially when, there's a Pandora shop there and your wife goes in and spends hundreds on Pandora and starts swiping her magic band for it. And sorry, that happened last trip. So speaking from experience there, yeah, I think she doubled the cost of our holiday in the Pandora shop. Nearly, maybe not quite. So yeah, you use them to pay for things. That means at this point, let's take a look. We're not carrying a room key because it's on our wrist. Now we don't need to carry our wallet because we can pay for things with our wrist. A little bit of an exception here. If you are staying off-site, it's not going to be your room key and you're not registering a card with the hotel. So neither of those things works if you're staying off-site. Sorry. But if you're on-site, yeah, with a few exceptions. There are a few exceptions. If you want to buy one of the big Mickey Mouse balloons, they're cash only. They don't take any kind of cards. And the Magic Band is considered a card. So yeah, if you want the balloons, if you want a few of the things from the little street carts that wander around, some of them are still cash only. Not all of them. Some of them do take bands. Some of them, any place that takes contactless at Disney takes the bands, basically. So yeah, there we go. It's our room key and it's our money. Well, so if it's those two things, if you're staying on site, that's pretty awesome. That's worth having. Now then, let's go a step further though. You've been to your hotel, you've gotten into your room with your magic band, you've gone down to the shops and you've bought some stuff with your magic band. Great. then you're actually going to head to the parks. Now, I've already mentioned that once you get into the parks, you can use the band to pay for things there as well. But let's back up a minute. You're walking into Disney World, and you notice row after row of these kind of 3 foot high, maybe 4 foot high, golden pillars with Mickey Mouse heads on them. Well, this is the entry to Disney World. And this is where you would normally, in any older system, hand them your tickets. Only Disney World doesn't have tickets. Well, I mean, you do have tickets, but they're not like physical paper tickets. Disneyland still does, not Disney World. You're either going to have a card, or you're going to have a magic band. So what do? You walk up to this little pillar with a Mickey Mouse face on it. Always look for that Mickey Mouse. That's when you know. I mean, you're going to see Mickey Mouse all over anyway. But these machines always have his face on there. You walk up, you touch your magic band to the sensor, it glows green. You give it a fingerprint as well, just because it has to make sure that the person using the band is the same person. And you're in the park. No fumbling with tickets, no messing around. Scan your band, in you go. After security, of course. So, now this thing is your room key, it's your money, and it's your ticket. Getting good there. Well, surely then that's got to be enough. That's got to be everything it does. Nope. Because not only that, but all of your fast passes are all linked to your magic band. So if you want to go get into your ride and you want to let them know that you're there, you walk up and you're going to see a little golden pillar. They look exactly the same as the ones on the front gate. And you do exactly the same thing. Touch your magic band, it turns green, they know you have a valid fast pass for the ride, through you go. Easy as that. So now you're not carrying any fast passes either. At Disneyland, you still carry paper fast passes. None of that. You've got your wrist. You've got a magic band. So, we're getting quite a long list here. Room key, money, park tickets, fast passes. Does it do anything else? Well, it does one more thing, which kind of links into the whole being your money, being your payment source. But it's not actually money coming out of your pocket this time. Because if you've got the Disney dining plan, your dining plan credits are also linked to the band. Now, that means that if you go into a restaurant and you want to pay with your dining plan, you're going to do exactly like you would if you were paying with cash. You're going to swipe the band. They're going to ask you if you want to pay with a dining credit or with cash. Tell them you want to pay with a credit. They deduct it. Done. Nothing to it. Now, obviously they're going to ask every time because there are going to be some meals that you want to pay for with cash. Or card, rather. So, if you're staying on site, your magic band is room key, money, park tickets, dining plan, fast passes. Now, if you're coming in from off-site, it can be your park ticket and your fast passes. You're not able to register a card, and it's not going to work for your hotel room if you're not staying on site. that's the Magic Band. Not only that, but I said that you get a basic color one or if you get there for free. You can actually then go and buy hundreds of different designs if you wanted. I've got a Star Wars one that I got for being there. It was released because Episode 8 came out while we were there. So I got a special edition one there. I also got a Mickey Mouse Fantasia band just because I love it. Joanne got a Princess Leia. Yeah, I mean, you can get them decorated out the way you want. I've even got some special ones coming up for our next trip, where I've actually gone to a third-party company that specializes in doing covers for the bands. And I've custom-made some covers that I might show off on the channel a little bit later on. Maybe closer when we go. So there you go. Magic bands, to me, if you're staying on site, are an essential, not a nice to have. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the My Disney Experience app. But I'm looking at the time and realizing that I'm going to have to save that for another day. Magic bands have taken up a lot more time than I originally expected. So there we are. We'll leave it at that today. Hopefully you're having a lovely, lovely Friday, and hopefully you have a great weekend. If you're in the UK like me, we're actually getting unseasonably warm weather. It's nice and sunny. At least people tell me it's nice and sunny. I'm much more of a nighttime person myself. So, yeah. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, and I'll be back with you next week with more Disney. Bye-bye.